What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my favorite video of the month, our debt payoff update. I usually call this our student loan debt payoff update, but as of this month, we are bringing our home equity line of credit back into our debt snowball. Well, I shouldn't even say back into our debt snowball because it was kind of categorized off to the side with our mortgage as home debt, but I've been thinking about it and I asked you guys here and on Instagram whether we should keep our home equity line of credit out of our debt snowball or bring it in, and you guys overwhelmingly said we should bring it in. So I don't just make all my personal finance decisions based on how you guys vote, but I was tending towards that anyway and you guys agreed, so it just kind of reassured me that that was a sound decision to make. So this update's going to be a little bit different than usual because I'm going to show you our old spreadsheet and then our updated spreadsheet. I track all of our debt payoff progress in a spreadsheet. But before we jump into the spreadsheet, and actually before we jump into any of it, I also wanted to say that I have been thinking for a while about doing a video with my husband, a Q&A about money. And I'm wondering if you guys would be interested in that. If you are, comment below what questions you'd have for me and my husband, or just for my husband. I'm going like this because I'm imagining him sitting next to me in that video. Anyway, but yeah, comment below questions about money and marriage, or you know, debt, and how he feels about my student loans, how we talk about money, how, you know, what kind of fights we've had about money, like anything like that you guys would want to know and be interested in hearing about, then I think it would be really cool to make a video for you guys like that, because he and I have come a long way in our ability to work together as a team and, you know, meet in the middle on our needs and our wants and all that. So if you're interested in that video, comment your questions in the comment section for this video, and if there's enough interest, we will make that video for you guys soon. Okay, so enough of a delay. Let's talk about how much debt we paid off this month. And I always start this video out with looking at the goals that we set for last month. So this is our June update. So let's look at our June goals. So for June, we had two goals, fairly simple and straightforward. Well, straightforward, not so simple, I guess. The first one is pay $6,000 towards student loan debt. That is a monster number to pay towards student loan debt. And I'm very pleased to share that we were able to accomplish that this month, and I'll get into all those details in just a second. And next, our goal was to finish our loan refinances. So my husband and I each have one very large student loan. We've refinanced them 3 times now, and we just finished that third refinance. The first 2 times we refinanced, we used SoFi, and then this most recent time we used Common Bond. The reason we switched from SoFi to Common Bond, because in the past I've stayed with SoFi because they said they would match any rate. But yeah, so usually I would just get quotes, and then I just like SoFi because I like their customer service and I had a good experience with them previously, so I stuck with them. But the reason we did not stick with them this time is because Common Bond had a better cashback offer, and SoFi said they would match their rate, but they would not match their cashback offer. So I was just like, okay, well, then we're gonna go with Common Bond. So far, I've been happy with Common Bond. The only downside that I've seen with them so far is they don't have an app for your phone. So it's less convenient to just go on and check your balance. Although it's actually been kind of nice because I used to go on SoFi like compulsively and look at my balance, and because they do have an app. And it actually, when you go onto the SoFi app, it tells you how many days in a row you've logged in. And I would have some like pretty embarrassing streaks of like, oh, you've logged in 13 days in a row. And I'm like, okay, like you need to calm down look at your student loan balance. So anyway, it's actually been a little bit nicer to not have the app. Although, you know, if you aren't compulsive like me, then the app's probably more convenient. But other than that, we've liked Common Bond. So I'll link both of those companies in the description for this video if you want to check them out. I will say though, if you have federal student loans, you know, I say this in all my videos, but I always want to be really clear, like be really careful before you refinance, because you're giving up a lot of protections that the federal government provides if you do refinance your federal loans to private loans. So now we're at a 2.94% interest rate. So that's pretty much all I want to say on the loan refinances. They're done, and we'll keep our eye out for interest rates. If they keep dropping and keep getting better, then we'll refinance again. It doesn't cost us anything. In fact, they pay us every time we refinance. So yeah, anyway, so let's look at the breakdown of all the payments we made this month. Because we did our refinances, my husband and I did not have a minimum payment due for the month of June. So I still made payments, but you won't see like the regular payment amount until next month. So first of all, on June 7th, we made a payment of $2,000 to my husband's student loan. And then on the 14th, we made a payment of $1,000 to my student loan. My thinking with the payment to my student loan, even though that's like the last one we're gonna try to pay off and I didn't technically need to make a payment towards it this month, was that I just wanted to make sure that the balance went down. If I made no payment, the interest would accrue and the balance would go up. And I'm just done seeing balances on debts ever go up in my life, like if I can avoid it. So yeah, that's why I made a $1,000 payment. The interest that accrues each month I think is much less than that. So the principal did go down this month. And then for our next payment, we paid a payment of $140 to our home equity line of credit. That was our minimum payment of $75 plus a little extra that I had already had scheduled. And then on the 23rd, we made a payment of $1,000 to my husband's student loan and $2,000 to our home equity line of credit. So that made our payments for the month total to $6,140. Now, as you guys know, I just quit my job, or if you don't know that, surprise, I just quit my job. So our ability to pay this amount in 1 month is gonna go down by a lot. We're gonna be paying at least $3,000 a month because that's really around what our minimum payments are, but it's probably not gonna be often that we have a $6,000 month, at least for now. But as my income increases, I am determined to get us back to this level within the next, like, I don't know, 6 to 12 months, I think is realistic. So hopefully we'll be increasing our extra payments over that period of time, but this is our biggest month for a while, I think. All right, on to my favorite part of these videos, and that is our debt payoff spreadsheet. I have it available for purchase in my Etsy shop, which is always linked in the description for my videos. And it is an instant download to Google Sheets, and you just open it up. It comes with a video tutorial. So if you like the spreadsheet that I'm using today in this video, then you can check it out as well with the link in the description for my video. Let's start off by looking at the old debt payoff spreadsheet. So this is what we had paid off as of last month. We were at $286,027 in total debt, and we had paid off $83,646. All right, so because we added our home equity line of credit into this tracker, our balance went up. And as I just said earlier, I don't like seeing balances go up after having that happen for so many years, but it's a temporary thing. We'll get back down to this amount, and it's debt we owed anyway. It's not like new debt we took on. We still owed our home equity line of credit. We just weren't paying extra on it. So let me just show you guys. I added the home equity line of credit. So it puts our balance at the beginning of June at $307,993. Whereas before we were at $286. So it's back over the $300,000 mark, which is so painful, but it's already almost back under $300,000 after all the payments we made this month, but it is really hard to see that. But let's look at what we did this month. So our home equity line of credit started out just under $22,000. My husband's student loan was at $91,369, and mine was at $194,658 for a total of $307,993. We made $6,140 worth of payments. $5,263 went towards principal, $877 went towards interest, for a balance at the end of the month of $302,730. Now the balance of our home equity line of credit is $19,901, so we're under the $20,000 mark. My husband's student loan is at $88,616, and my student loan is at $194,213. We are going to be focusing on paying off this home equity line of credit next. The reason for that is twofold. If you missed my last video, one is it has a variable interest rate that's at 4% and it could go up. So I don't like that it has a higher interest rate than our student loans do. And it could go up, so I feel like that's a little bit risky. And I'm getting a little burnt out on the student loan focus, and because we're so far away. So I kind of wanted to knock out a smaller debt to give me that boost of, hey, we knocked out this debt. So because it's small and it has a higher interest rate, it just seemed to make sense to pay it off. It would go away anyway. When we sell our house, we've got a lot of equity in our house, and this is not our forever home, but I just feel like I want to work on this one right now. So we're going to be targeting the home equity line of credit. We're still going to be paying our minimum payments on our student loans during the time that we're paying off our home equity line of credit. So those will still be going down over the next 6 months, or however long it takes us to pay off that $19,000, almost $20,000. And because I quit my job, I really don't know. Like, if YouTube goes really well and I start making a little more money from this, then that could be paid off by the end of the year. If it continues to be slower and I just make you know, very modest amount like I'm making now, then it may take into next year. We'll just have to see. I didn't really even want to say it out loud because I didn't want to like pressure myself and then feel let down, but I'm just gonna say it. Like, my goal is to pay that off by the end of the year, and I don't know if that's gonna happen, if that's any sort of realistic, but I'm gonna put it out there. Let's get that paid off by the end of this year, in the next 6 months. All right, let's look down here. So we are at, now I almost made a payment of like $300-400 because I wanted to hit 90,000, but we just didn't have it. So I didn't want to pull, well, we have money, but it's in our emergency fund and I'm like not touching that. So we're almost at $90,000 paid off since the beginning of our debt-free journey, which was January 2020. So exactly 18 months to pay off just under $90,000. So we'll call it 90. Like, we'll just round up and say we paid off $90,000 in 18 months. I don't really have words to like describe how happy that makes me feel. This makes me feel less happy. We still have $302,730 to go, but you know, if we paid off 90, we can pay off another 300. I know we can. And then finally, we are at almost 23%, 22.9% total debt paid off since the beginning of our debt-free journey. So we'll for sure hit that 25% paid off before the end of this year, and maybe we'll even hit like a third, like that 33%. So again, it just depends how stuff goes, but we'll see. I was just watching a Catherine Manning video earlier today, and I don't know if you guys have heard of her. She makes content about growing your YouTube channel, which obviously, since I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, I am looking for stuff like that. A lot of people who make personal finance content here on YouTube are my subscribers and watch my videos. So if that's you, I would definitely follow Catherine Manning because she's got a lot of great info on her channel. She's grown her channel from nothing to like almost 400,000 subscribers in the matter of a couple years. So she's been very successful. But one thing she was talking about in her video recently is paying off her credit card debt and how she got into credit card debt starting her channel. And so I thought it was very interesting to hear her talk about that. But she was also talking about how changing her money mindset and like putting positive vibes out into the universe about manifesting money has like helped her grow her channel and bring more money to her. So that's what I'm trying to do too, just put those positive money vibes out in the universe. And it's not just putting vibes out in the universe, there's also tons of hard work that goes along with it, but those coupled together, I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of progress on my debt in the next, you know, 6 to 12 months. I'll link Catherine's channel in the description for this video too, so you guys can check her out. Oh, last thing I want to show you guys on this, because I did add the home equity line of credit into our original debt snowball, I went back and added in all the numbers and all the payments for that debt since January 1st, 2020, when I started tracking it and we started paying down our debt. So I do just want to point out that it's now changed to $392. So almost $400,000 we're working on paying off, and that's not including our mortgage. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. I'm gonna be updating that in my bio on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram. I post on there, I don't know, I would say 5 days a week, and every time I make a debt payment, pretty much I post on there. I do a lot of polls on there asking you guys like your opinion on stuff, and yeah, it's a lot of fun over there. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, then go ahead and follow me because we have a good time. Okay, and then finally, I'm gonna show you guys what our debt payoff goals are for the month of July. So for July, and if you guys watched my budget with me video that I put out last week, then you guys already know this amount because it showed on our budget. But anyway, for the month of July, we are planning to pay $3,195 of debt, and that's mostly minimum payments on all of our debts, and then anything extra, I think it's $325 extra that we're paying this month that's going to our home equity line of credit. And our other goal for this month is just to get acclimated to our new life, where my husband is continuing his full-time job and I quit my job, and I'm relying just on some savings that I had saved up for this period of time while I grow my YouTube and my YouTube income. So we're gonna take this month, get adjusted into our new routines, our new lifestyle, and just stay the course and keep making those debt payments no matter what. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed our June 2021 debt payoff update. We are 18 months into our debt-free journey out of a total of, I don't know, we'll see how long it takes. Maybe 5 years, maybe 6 years. That's like kind of generally my head what my goal is, but it may take a lot longer than that. It may be much faster than that. We'll see. But yeah, we are well on our way to paying down our debt, and I love sharing all this with you guys every single month. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about anything I share in this video, then make sure you put it in the comments below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys are interested in the Q&A with my husband about our debt and money and marriage and all that kind of stuff, then comment below your questions. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you want to follow along our debt payoff journey and see us pay almost $400,000 of debt all the way down to zero, then make sure you hit that red subscribe button. I'd really love to have you as a subscriber, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.